They'll face Montclair State. The Red Hawks are back in the tournament after a thrilling win with penalty kicks downed Rowan for the New Jersey Athletic Conference Championship. This is Montclair State's third trip to the tourney in 4 years.
What a moment to win the NJAC championship at home and get a bid into the NCAA tournament. Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Inside the Nest. I'm Luke Cirianni, joined alongside Philip Ehlers, and as the fall semester winds down, winter sports are just heating up.
You're absolutely right, Luke. A great moment for the women's soccer team. Aside from that, it's been an exciting year so far for Montclair Athletics. Let's get into it. If you've been following the women's soccer team so far this season, you know it's been a magical one. A year that brought an unexpected NJAC championship and a third trip to the NCAA tournament in 4 seasons. Let's take a look at how they got where they did. Tyler Copen has more on the historic NJAC championship.
I'm Tyler Copen here at MSU Soccer Park. Behind me are the Montclair State Redhawks, who just won a thriller in the NJAC championship, 4-3 in penalty kicks against the Rowan Profs. Well, let's run through some game highlights.
Rowan would find a big opportunity in the 65th minute. Sienna Sowers would rebound a corner kick and knock it in past Solange Bell to open up the scoring.
Bounces away, headed away by Lukovic. Incoming, bouncing, goal! Goal! It flicks off a defender and Rowan scores! Rowan scores!
With time not on the Redhawks' side, they would need to work quickly. Samira Lukovic would get inside the box, take a shot that gets initially blocked, but stays with the rebound and sends it in with less than 4 minutes remaining to tie the game.
Cronow looking for inside. Goal Montclair! Goal Montclair! Goal Montclair! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! We have a tie game!
This is the third straight game against Rowan, where the Redhawks have scored a game-tying goal with less than 6 minutes remaining in the second half. 90 minutes wouldn't be enough, as this game needed more to crown a champion. Both teams fought hard, but neither could prevail in either overtime, and this one would be sent to PKs. Madeline Lezica would be the first Redhawk to shoot as she knocks it in past the diving keeper. Then Solange Bell would make a great save against Rowan's Angela Oliveto to give the Redhawks the early advantage. Mackenzie Albert would then win her battle, putting the Redhawks up 2-0 early in penalties. Then Liana Sanfelice would get Rowan on the board, putting it past Bell. Shannon Mullins would try to answer, but it would be just a bit too high, allowing Rowan to make penalties all square again. And they would do just that as Sarah Wiedemann would put this shot past Bell. But Kylie Prendergast would get the Redhawks back on track by sinking her penalty shot, putting Montclair up 3-2. Rowan would then answer again with an Olivia Giordano shot that goes in to tie the penalties up at 3. But then the goalie, Solange Bell, the back-to-back NJAC goalie of the year, comes in to take the 5th penalty kick for the Redhawks, and she drills it past Edinger to put Rowan down to their final shot. Elena Corson takes the shot for the Profs, and it's off the crossbar. No good. Montclair goes from heartbreak in 2024 to triumph in 2025 as they win the NJAC championship for the first time since 2020 and the 4th time under Coach Patrick Naughter.
Just no quit in this group. I mean, you give up a set piece, 17 minutes left. You feel like, you know, here we go, and they keep battling, they keep fighting, they don't take no for an answer, and they deserve all the credit. I mean, this group is special. I told them right before PKs, I'm gonna have to look at their ugly mugs and a championship picture for the rest of my career.
I was just reacting, I read it, I just knew I had to save one, and I'm doing my job, and then for taking the PK, I didn't think about it, I just knew to just hit it hard and hope for the best.
Montclair State women's soccer now has their 5th NJAC championship, only second to the TCNJ Lions, and this one possibly the most unpredictable of them all. This is Tyler Copen from the Red Hawk Sports Network, signing off.
What an amazing end to the 2025 season to go unbeaten through the regular season and the NJAC tournament and grab the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. With the NJAC trophy in hand, the Redhawks would head to MIT in Massachusetts to play Colby in the first round of the NCAAs. The Red Hawk Sports Network was there as well to catch all the action. Thomas Gaffney Jr. has more on the Red Hawk road trip.
The Montclair State women's soccer team went dancing here in Cambridge, Massachusetts on MIT's campus to play in the first round of the NCAA tournament. And in that first round, they played Colby College, who are one of the best teams in the NJAC. Let's see how they fared. The game started off well for the Redhawks as they were able to rally off 3 shots in the first 10 minutes of the game. It would be deadlocked through the first 20 minutes with both sides having some decent looks at net. Colby would get the best of the chances between the teams as they would have shots coming from Amanda Schneider and Elikar Luzi, but they still couldn't find the first goal. But in the 40th minute, Jane McGuire would end the drought and put one in the back of the net for Colby to go up 1-0 to end the first half. On to the second half, and just like the first, the Redhawks came out with intensity. They would get 3 shots off 3 corners, but couldn't come away with the equalizer.
Honestly, we knew that we were still in it and that we had a chance. We had multiple chances in front of their goal. Just a little bit unlucky to not get one of those in. I think if we had, we could have, built off of that, but it was just unfortunate for us.
The Redhawks would let their guard down for just a second in the 65th minute, and Amanda Schneider would put the Mules up 2-0. Both teams would go back and forth with chances, but the best chance would come from Kylie Prendergast in the 74th minute with her 20-yard shot hitting the crossbar. After that, it was free sailing for Colby, and the Mules would win the game 2-0 and go on to the next round to play MIT. For the Redhawks, this marks their first and only loss of the season as they end their 2025 campaign. Coach Patrick Naughter has his thoughts after the first round exit.
It hurts. It always hurts when it ends because it's so much fun and it was such a special group. I'm just so proud of this group of kids, even just the way they handled the defeat, just even kept playing, and it's a tough game. I felt like we did a lot of things to create chances. We took them the right way, and today's not our day. You hit crossbars instead of the ball hitting the net, so it's disappointing, but I just love this group of kids.
Samir Lukovic and Arya Hicks both reflected on their seasons after the loss.
We fought to the end. I think it just shows our true character and a big part of us and who we are. I know we didn't win today, but we felt like we gave everything that we possibly could.
Sticks in my mind is just a really great trip with a really great team. We won the regular season NJAC. We won the championship NJAC. We had an undefeated regular season in conference and out of conference. I'm really proud of the young girls that stepped up. We have a lot of freshmen, and then our upperclassmen have really kept the culture alive.
I think that speaks volumes to just how much we did, how much we accomplished. We worked hard since day one, so obviously we're super proud of all the work we put in. We know there wasn't a second where we ever doubted ourselves.
It was a tough-fought matchup for the Montclair State University Redhawks as they lose 2-0 against Colby College. And that is going to be it from the Red Hawks Sports Network. My name is Thomas Gaffney Jr. from Cambridge, Massachusetts. We'll see you guys next time.
The 2026 senior class has been a memorable one for the women's soccer team. Led by the duo of Kylie Prendergast and Emily Schuler, the team reached 3 NCAA tournaments throughout their 4-year careers. This class will certainly be difficult to replace in coming seasons. But as Coach Naughter proved this year, it is all about recruiting and developing great talent at Montclair State.
From the highs of the women's soccer team came woes for the men's team. Even though they won the NJAC regular season title, the Redhawks still faced a stiff challenge from a hungry TCNJ Lions squad that came into the nest with momentum on their side. It is now the 2nd consecutive season that Montclair State has been eliminated in the conference tournament semifinals. Here's how the NJAC playoffs panned out. The Redhawks entered the NJAC tournament as the 1 seed and earned a bye into the semifinals where they would face 4-seeded TCNJ, a team they defeated 2-1 on October 4th. The first half started off rocky for the Redhawks as they lost their starting center back, Kenneth Neves, due to injury. Not long after, TCNJ's Chris Meter scored their first goal.
Now TCNJ into the middle. Some nice moves. Into the corner. It's a goal for TCNJ. They take the lead.
It was the beginning of a special night for Meter. He added 2 more goals in the first 22 minutes of the second half to give the visitors a commanding 3-0 lead.
TCNJ now charging on the attack for one final chance. It squares to Chris Meter, and he scores! How about a hat trick for the superstar? And TCNJ can feel the NJAC finals coming up on Saturday.
The Redhawks had some sights of life towards the end of the game. Danny Tobon put Montclair on the scoreboard with a goal in the 72nd minute giving the Redhawks a little bit of hope. But those hopes were dashed just 30 seconds later on a goal by, you guessed it, Chris Meter.
TCNJ driving in. And it's another goal. TCNJ responds immediately. Who else but Chris Meter? Goal number 4 on the night. Incredible.
It was the Redhawks' first home loss of the season in 11 games. That's the special part about NJAC playoffs. It's anyone's game at any time.
Really impressed. Young group of guys, some guys that didn't have a lot of minutes, but I think all those guys, they came together, they played really hard and ended up with 2 losses. So I think that's a pretty good season. Fortunately, it ended not where we wanted to, but we have a lot of young guys going forward, and I'm excited for the future.
Chris Meter scores all 4 goals for TCNJ, lifting them to the NJAC Finals over Montclair State in a major upset. This is now their 2nd consecutive season being eliminated in the NJAC semifinals, going back to last year in their loss versus the Stockton Ospreys. For Montclair State standards, this season could have been considered a failure as they fall short of their goal once again. But with a young group returning next fall, for Montclair State soccer fans, it could be a fun time here next season in 2026. Signing off for the Red Hawk Sports Network is Luke Cirianni.
From football to football, the season was a roller coaster ride for the Redhawks. The 2025 season would wrap up with the Battle of Route 46 as the Redhawks would take a short trip to battle with the William Paterson Pioneers, looking to end the season with 2 straight wins and a 5-5 record.
Midway through the first quarter, Montclair would open the scoring as quarterback Luke Henrich would fake a handoff and keep it himself for a 5-yard score. 7-0 Montclair now. Pioneers ball and Cristiano Pittman would fire a pass towards the end zone. Alex Buckhold would pick it off and return to the Redhawk 37 before being brought down. Now early in the second quarter, on 3rd down, receiver TJ Kachala would take a swing pass 18 yards into the end zone to give Montclair a 14-0 lead. Late in the second quarter now, William Paterson senior Jace Harmon would come up with a tip drill interception setting up the Pioneers in the red zone where they would cash in for 7, making the score 14-7 at half. Now early in the third quarter, William Paterson quarterback Nigel Jennings would launch a pass deep downfield, but defensive back Ryan Vasali would pick it off and return the ball to about the Pioneer 25-yard line. This would set the Redhawks up with great field position. Now just a few plays later, Deontay Wilson would find the edge for a touchdown to make the score 21-7. After trading field goals, Nigel Jennings would find AJ Pachota in the corner of the end zone for a 27-yard Pioneers touchdown. Following a successful 2-point conversion, the Redhawks still led 24-21. On the ensuing kickoff, William Paterson would attempt an onside kick, but Montclair's Tyler Jackson would grab it for the Redhawks and secure the victory. With the 24-21 victory, the Redhawks would wrap up the 2025 season with a 5-5 record.
Congratulations to Coach Palazzo and the Redhawks on a strong ending to the season. We will now switch over to running, where cross-country star Abigail Churchill continues her stellar season. Churchill set a new record in the 6K, earning a time of 21 minutes and 58.1 seconds. The senior became the first Redhawk in the modern era to qualify for the NCAA championships. We wish her the best of luck as she travels down south to South Carolina this Saturday to compete in the NCAA Division III championships. Meanwhile, on the court, the men's basketball team looks to maintain their success after winning the NJAC Conference in 2024 and advancing all the way to the second round of the NCAA tournament. That NJAC title was their first since 2003, keeping high expectations for the team going into this year. The NJAC coaches agreed and ranked Montclair State first in the preseason poll. This season has started off right for Montclair State with 3 straight road wins, including Jacob Morales' buzzer beater to stun Alvernia 93-91. With the game tied at 91 in the final seconds, Coach Justin Potts drew up a play for Morales. The former walk-on at Rutgers dribbled across the lane and hit the jumper as time expired. That's why he was a first-team All-NJAC selection last season. Morales finished with a team-high 32 points. It is the 4th time he scored 30 or more points at Montclair State. On Wednesday night, the Redhawks returned to Panzer Athletic Center, ranked 23rd in the country, as they played their home opener against Gettysburg. Kayleen Montero has more.
The Montclair men's basketball team have had a dominating 3-0 start. Last night, they faced off against the Gettysburg Bullets for the first time ever.
You try to challenge yourself in the non-conference. Gettysburg's a really good team. Coach Hunter does a really good job. And I think our guys knew the task was going to be tough today. They're bigger and more physical around the rim. That's not the way we play. So our guys were able to combat that for the most part, and we got the game going to the style that we like it, which was most important.
Got the game going they did. Despite the towering record and the players, the Red Hawks were able to maintain the lead, winning the game 84-65. 14 of those coming from the sophomore guard Cabrian Goss, last year's NJAC Rookie of the Year, who also led in assists, not just in this game, but now the whole season with 8 total.
It's great to look back and remember a successful season, especially like getting Rookie of the Year, the accolades I got, playing with my team. But this year is just trying to build off that, figure out everything that made me successful last year and just continue to keep doing it. I mean, we take everything one game at a time. Like I said, we're going to prepare for every game like it's one step at a time. We're going to have respect for them like we always do, but at the end of the day, like I said, it's us versus them.
They know that the program's trying to continue to move forward, and they have to do it as a group. We talk about being a family, and I think they live that.
Last year, Montclair State's men's basketball team won the first 3 games of their season and then went on to win the NJAC tournament. Anyone wondering if they'd keep that momentum this season got their answer Wednesday night. For Red Hawk Sports Network, I'm Kayleen Montero.
The men are on a roll, and so are the women. Coming off their first NJAC championship since the 2017-2018 season, the women's basketball team also enters the season with high expectations. Last season, as a conference underdog, the Red Hawks soared to a conference championship. This season, they are led by D3 Hoops preseason All-American Alyssa Cregwell. The Red Hawks are ranked second in the NJAC preseason poll, only behind the TCNJ Lions. With targets on their back, the Red Hawks will look to defend their crown. They were in action Wednesday night, hosting Delaware Valley. Ryan Gorman has more on this game.
Montclair State women's basketball stays perfect on their hot start to their season, going 3-0, knocking off Delaware Valley 80-71. Here's how it happened. The Red Hawks opened with buckets from Bella Bruce and Alyssa Cregwell, but the Aggies responded with a big 14-4 run to take early control. Montclair answered right back. Cregwell drilled a 3, Bruce hit a jumper, and Alexis Strollo drove in for 2 as Montclair edged ahead 19-18 after 1. In the second, the Red Hawks found their rhythm. Cregwell and Bruce sparked a quick run before Montclair unleashed 12 straight points, stretching the lead to double digits going up 18 in the halftime. Defense controlled the third quarter, but the Red Hawks maintained their lead thanks to Cregwell, who kept attacking the rim. Montclair responded immediately in the fourth quarter. Samantha Phillips scored 7 during a 12-2 run to rebuild a 24-point cushion. The Aggies would make one final surge, getting back within 9 in the final minute, but clutch buckets from Cregwell and Strollo sealed the win. Here's Associate Head Coach Katie Sire on the team's hot start to their season.
I think when you work hard and that's what you build the foundation of your team on, a lot of good things come with that. And I think that has really been kind of our identity in these past 3 games. It's just our work ethic, our relentless energy, being scrappy, and just kind of finding a way to win. So when you mesh that with some experience and some really smart players and some really good new pieces, I think that has led us to our 3-0 start, and I think that there's only more room to build moving forward.
Women's NJAC play starts Tuesday against Rowan. Signing off, I'm Ryan Gorman.
Keep rolling, State. The Red Hawk Sports Network went for a splash at the Panzer Pool on November 14th to cover the Montclair State swimming and diving meet, where the men's and women's team dominated Stevens. Justin Randell has more poolside.
I'm Justin Randell here at Panzer Athletic Center, where the swim meet between the Montclair State Red Hawks and the Stevens Ducks has just concluded. The Red Hawks won the meet 142-102. Let's take you through the highlights from this amazing event.
The Red Hawk men were led by Vincent Terzo and Peter Jarzak, each collecting 2 individual wins. Terzo was victorious in the 500 free and 1000 free, while Jarzak won the 100 and 200 fly.
And you see why. First place.
Michael Salvatore added a win in the 200 back, and Max Smolewski with 200 free. In the relays, Montclair's 200 medley team finished second, while the 400 free relay, Detlinger, Smolewski, Terzo, and Wojciechowicz closed the meet with a victory in 3 minutes 14 seconds, .18.
We were projected to lose by 20, and we were able to dig deep and win by 40.
As Coach would say, hard work works.
On the women's side, Peralta led the way with wins in the 50 free and 100 free, plus a third-place finish in the 200 free. Marianne Tazinari added a victory in the 200 breast and 2 second-place finishes in the 200 free and 200 IM. Other winners included Abby Panzarella in the 200 back and Sadie Crispell in the 100 breast. In relay action, the 200 medley team of Devone, Tazinari, Rogers, and Peralta finished first in 1 minute 51 seconds, .85, and the 400 relay team, Geyer, Rogers, Maddie Wishnow, and Fanning took second. Coach McLaughlin added, "I am obviously happy with this win. Maddie Wishnow, Tessa Devone, and Penny Coran had strong showings tonight. We are looking forward to Drew and the Gettysburg invite in December."
We saw some great highlights here at the swim meet between the Red Hawks and the Ducks. But one more thing I want to highlight is Bobby Freese, the senior swimmer here on the Red Hawks, who took the time to join us to give us his play-by-play commentary of the swim meet of the 200 IM relay race.
Third place and second place is really close right now. We got Karel Bedoya throwing his arms, really trying to catch up. We got lane 6 Peter Jarzab, who's also trying to catch up right here. Oh, Karel's closing in right now. Right now, 159 high for Mike. He's not going to be the happiest with that, but a win is a win, and that's all that matters. And Karel's closing in. It's a good race. Peter Jarzab getting 4th, actually, out-touching, which is great. So 2 really good times all across the board for everyone here.
And you called it perfectly. You talked about Salvatore, just from start to finish, he just took over here in the 200 IM, finishing in first place. So great congratulations to him. We're getting ready now for the next race here. It's going to be, I believe,
4-free relay, women's 4-free relay.
With the women's 4-3 relay. So
yes.
we're gonna get you going there soon. We're gonna bring back our colleague Luke Cirianni momentarily.
Yes.
But thank you again, Bobby.
Hey, it's been a pleasure. Hey, go Red Hawks.
That's gonna do it here once again. I'm Justin Randell with the Red Hawk Sports Network.
Thank you, Justin, and thanks to Bobby Freese. How good was he on the mic? Such a natural. Finally, on this episode, we will debut a new segment here on Inside the Nest. Montclair Strong has the intention of bringing the extraordinary from Montclair State's campus to our audience watching at home.
Although this is not exclusively an athletics segment, this week it is. Danny Tobon of the men's soccer team was awarded the NJAC Leadership Award for the 2025 season. Let's take a look at how Danny is Montclair Strong.
So winning the David Logger Award means a lot to me. Coming into a young team at the beginning of the season was very hard. You know, me being a transfer, I didn't really know a lot of the people there, but you know, it was a few seniors that helped me out. We were able to push the team going forward, and the award it's just a representation of all that work that we put in throughout the season. You know, we grabbed a young team and we made it a really good squad, and we were able to go very far in the season. So it means a lot to me and to my other teammates that helped me out with this award. It's a great award to get. I'm very happy with it. Very thankful for my teammates. I wouldn't have been able to do this without them. And it's something that gets me going. Keeps me motivated. It's an award that I'm very proud of. My family's very proud of it as well. I was a kid that just loved the sport and had a dream to play college soccer, and being able to do it and win an award at a school like Montclair State. It's something wonderful and something that I'm always going to be very happy of and always going to remember. Montclair Strong just means us staying strong as an institution. I think when people look at Montclair, other schools talk about Montclair, everybody always wants to be Montclair. Montclair is always that school that everybody's looking forward to play. Everybody is looking forward to go over there or play them all at home. So Montclair Strong means all of us staying strong together. We're going to be even stronger than we already are. I think our teams are great. All of our programs are great. And Montclair Strong for me just means all of us staying together, even with the students as well, supporting. So it's something that's what it means to me, just staying strong as an institution itself.
Awesome award there from Danny Tobon, one of the most important players from the men's soccer team, and he gets a leadership award. Congratulations to him.
Well, that wraps up things for this week's Inside the Nest. It's been a pleasure to host my very first Inside the Nest with you, Luke.
I had a blast as well, Phil, and I have a feeling we're going to see you out here on the anchor chair again. I'm Luke Cirianni, and that's Philip Ehlers signing off for the Red Hawk Sports Network. Have an amazing Thanksgiving weekend, and we hope to catch you soon.